In this video, we'll be taking apart the AGM Pad P2. If you're interested in seeing more videos like this, make sure you subscribe and click on the notification bell so you'll be notified once I upload a new video. Also, if you need any tools, there are links in the description. First, we'll remove the SIM tray. Here's a look at that. Now heat needs to be applied to the screen with either a hairdryer or a heat gun to loosen up the adhesive underneath, and then a pry tool can be used to pry the screen off. I prefer to use a hairdryer since there's less of a chance of damaging any of the components inside by overheating them. Once the screen has been pried off from the frame, this graphite film over the motherboard needs to be removed, and the graphite film helps to transfer heat. So far compared to the Pad P1, we can see improvements internally with both heat management and design. There's a single Phillips screw holding down the cover over the flex cable of the screen and battery. Now the battery cable can be disconnected, followed by the rest of the cables. Here's a better look at the back of the screen. There are 26 Phillips screws along the plastic portion of the frame, which need to be removed. This flex cable connects the main board to the subboard or charger port board. To remove the battery, there's a pull pouch provided to help you pry it off. This is the 8000 mAh dual cell battery, which is basically 4000 mAh in each cell. These red and black cables connect the speakers to the main board as well as the vibrator motor. They can be disconnected by just popping them off. There are 18 Phillips screws which are holding down the speaker assemblies. Here's a better look at the speaker assemblies. All 4 speakers have mesh filters over the openings on the side of the speakers. There are 10 additional Phillips screws which need to be removed. The lock or latch on this connector needs to be lifted up to release the flex cable. This is the SIM and memory card reader. To remove the headphone jack, the flex cable needs to be peeled off from the frame. Here's a look at the headphone jack. The flex cable for the volume keys and power button is located on this plastic cover. Now the camera and flash can be removed. Here's a better look at the 50 megapixel primary camera, as well as the LED flash. This camera does not have OIS or optical image stabilization. This is the subboard or charger port board. There are 9 Phillips screws which are holding down the main board. Looking at the main board, we see the 8 megapixel front facing camera. Next to that is the proximity sensor, and there's copper tape covering the front shields to help transfer heat. There's also a liquid damage indicator sticker, which is that white sticker. There are 2 microphones on this board, one located here, and the other one's located here. Once the copper tape or foil has been peeled back, we see thermal paste on the processor and RAM, as well as this chip. Here's a better look with the thermal paste removed. To replace the camera lens or flash cover, all you have to do is apply some heat and pry them off, so you don't need to take apart the tablet to replace those. For the repairability score, I give this an 8 out of 10. Now it's time to put it back together. Once everything's back in place, apply new adhesive and reapply the screen. Power it on, and you're done. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.